Welcome back to Sunless Sea. Usually I like to begin and end my episodes in London, but this time my voyage was very long and I didn't want to end up making like a 2 hour long episode because Lord knows how much longer I'm going to be out here before I find Khan's heart and then make my way back to London. I got to find it soon. I'm starting to get low on supplies. Hopefully I can purchase them here. But let's see what Port Cecil has to offer. Rumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be a crenellated castle. That one, a horse's head. A neat little port huddles into the side of Coral Island. Prosaic imperial docks and houses tucked away in a baroque organic chaos. In that curious silvery light among the frozen chaos of coral, the scene of the unreal air of pencil sketch crumpled and discarded. Alright, I could play chess. Chess is a straightforward challenge. I'll probably wind up doing that. What else can I do? Explore the coral knoll around the port. Gather intelligence. That'll probably be my port report. And gather scintillac, which is high-risk challenge. Probably won't do that. Let's gather intelligence. What happened here? Chess, dreams, silver light. The old inhabitants of Port Cecil carry coral and crustaceans like a disease, splotched with silvery light. They like to go up into the limestone heights behind the harbor, to lay their heads against the pillars and towers, stare at the roof of the nave, dream open-eyed. Sometimes they speak of things far away, the Canate's work, the smuggler's wars, the Fathom King's secrets. Perhaps it's not all invented. Port report. Alright, let's play some chess. Chess is popular in the principles. The port is full of exiles, drunks, and washed-up Z-traders. They all play, often obsessively. Be careful. The chess pieces are carved from scintillac. Here in the principles, that can be very dangerous. One more game. You don't know how long you've been playing. You won a match, another. The rough coral tips of the chess pieces are smeared with blood, yours, your opponent's. But you have begun to realize that your moves recapitulate the movements of the prowess of the knave, the flukes and movements of the powers. The flukes and their shapelings, the bazaar that lurks in London, Mount Nomad that prowls the sea, soft stone, storm. With every move you take, the shape of it becomes clearer in your mind. Checkmate, you say. One more game. The first officer's tugging at your arm. Ignore them. You have chess to play. Win enough games and something else will occur. I gained a secret. And I gained a page. Yeah, let's play some more chess. A disciplined success. Odd thoughts bubble up each time you touch a chess piece. This one longs for home. That one has a secret desire for revenge against the slayer of its rank mate. This will be a queen one day. Those who do better as metal, you taste the metal. You ignore these thoughts and move methodically to victory over your opponent. He blinks. Checkmate, he asks helplessly. Alright, I gained 100 fragments, and I gained a page. Let's go one more time. One more game, 3 secrets, 1 page. Now it's a chancy challenge. You know what? Let's leave it. I've won 3 in a row. I might play this again later at some time, but for now, let's quit while we're ahead. Let's explore the coral knoll around Port Cecil. Rumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. Oh yeah, I've read this before. Sea laps darkly around silvery coral. Humps and columns rise from the coral, a bewildering maze. Go careful. Some disturbance of the undersea has brought sunken ruins up out of the water. But those stones were lost beneath more than the sea. They are half encased in a smooth, translucent orange substance, like amber. Even as you watch the runes groan and shiver, the convulsions that brought them up will soon take them below again. I can chip some of the amber away to sell, or I can examine the ruins, which is a chancy challenge. Well, let's chip some off. It's very like the deep amber sold in London, the stuff the squid-faced rubbery men exude. This may be a good haul. A half-gold haul. You and your crew swarm over the ambery stuff with hammers and chisels, smashing off hunks and chunks. It powders easily, emitting an unexpected lemony fragrance, and the rising sea washes quantities of it away, but you fill pockets and sacks with it. At last, the rumble rises from below. The amber shudders, and you all scramble clear as it sinks back into the deep. The waters close over it with a tremendous roar and shows foam. 200 echo. Nice. Alright, that's all I can do. I could play chess again, but I'm not going to do that. Shops? They do. Sweet. Let's buy 1, 2, 3, 4 fuel. 1, 2, 3 supplies. Basically, I have the same amount of money I did before I came here, but now I have more supplies and fuel. So that worked out well. Let's see where we're at on the map. So I'm basically dead east of fallen London. I think I need to keep going east to find the Cane. Oh, that's looks like the edge of the map. Okay. Well, alright, let's go east. So that. Squeef. What is that? That moved. I swear I see it move. That is, I am avoiding that. It's probably safe to go over that, but I'm not chancing it. Polythreme is some distance to the east. Oh, there it is. Obey. Commingle. Tears. Your cheeks are wet. You think for a moment that it's Z-spray, but then the sorrow hits you like a falling stalactite. You are weeping. You double over, inconsolable. You know what? I'll let myself cry. The flood tide. Your crew watch in alarm as you collapse to the deck. Tears burst from your eyes. Your body's racked with sobs. It passes as suddenly as it started, but your thoughts are stained dark with unlikely grief. I gained 3 fragments and 1 tear. Endure. Polythreme, taciturn clay men. Invasive cloves colonies, walking like humans. Cobbles that groan underfoot, on the hills above a palace villa of marble. But even that writhes like buried bones in an earthquake. Alright, let's gather intelligence, get that port report. The city cries out. Roads royal. Bricks quiver. The windows of all the buildings flash like eyes. The palace above the city swells and roars. This convolution is how clay men are born. Even now, somewhere below, they open their blind-seeming gray eyes. Gain 2 fragments, gain 5 terror, and I got a quarter. I can do shore leave, which should cost me 30 echo. Probably reduce my terror just a bit. Carry Clayman to London. How much cargo room do I have? Pretty well, 22 out of I have room. Audience with the king, I can't. Alright, let's get some Claymen. They troop aboard. Each one lies down with its appointed position next to the other, nestled snugly, head by foot. We are for London, one explains to you. Let's do short leave. Drink beer that wails from cups that sob, if you like that sort of thing. Lost 30 echoes and only lost 1 terror. That was totally not worth it. Can't do an audience with the king. What do they have for shops? This trio of clay stokers will reduce crew requirements, but also crew capacity, and will slightly increase engine power. They are fitted to an auxiliary slab. When they are not in use, they will stand patiently, hands by their sides, flat gray eyes unreadable. One will say sometimes, I like it when it's quiet. So plus 250 engine fire, plus 5 iron, minus 3/4. But my crew is full right now. So I don't really have room for these guys, I don't think. Okay. Let's get out of here. Godfall is some distance to the southeast. Let's go there. Getting close to the edge of the map. Right there. Escaping. The brawling bearded men who live here call themselves monks. They pay lip service to Saint Stalactite, which fell from the roof, but their chief interest seems to be wine, blood, and shouting. Can't get wine. Good blood. Offered them a hunting trophy as a gift for their collection. I can do that, yes. You can also give them a... Alright, let's get a port report. They're eager to talk about their history. The stalactite, they assure you, was one of the citadels of the starved men who dwell on the roof. When it fell, a few of its occupants survived to become the monks' progenitors. How does that work, you wonder? With their vow of celibacy, they become vague and are suddenly eager to speak of the details of passing ships. Alright, I'm going to give them a hunting trophy. Louder, even louder. The trophy inspires the monks to feasts of bragging. This one broke a giant albino more's neck. That one wrestled a haptichir. A third punched his way out of a bound shark. A fourth, and so on. They are largely forgotten, but there are truths of note in all among the tipsy boasting. Gained 17 fragments, lost the hunting trophy, gained 1 Z story, gained a tale of terror, and a memory of distant shores. That was pretty good. Any shops? Nope. Alright, let's get out of here. Ides of Appetite is a long way to the north. I might visit that on my way back. But right now, I really gotta find Khan's heart. Man, my terror suit is getting pretty damn high, too. Savior's Rock is a long way to the south. Okay. Just about to the edge of the map. And it is. There it is. It's as far east as I can go. I mean, I'm assuming I can't go any further that way. This will probably stop me, or this is just go to a different map. One way to find out, I guess. Can go. The sun beneath the sea. We will sail east, and the islands will fall behind. The sea will be troubled by greater waves. The false star will pale until the neat roof grow invisible above. New scents will prickle the air, something like spice and something like pine. Light below. At first the sea will be the color of night behind glass, but then we will see the light below. The color of the water will change. The rain wet slate, then the darkest jade, and deepest rich green. Green as fresh emeralds, green as remembered rivers. The death of words. It'll be silent. That place where the sun lies beneath the sea. The engines will toil without sound. Words will issue from our mouths and puff into vapors. The silence will be too much, and the scrutiny of the golden light rising beneath us. We will have no choice but to turn back to Irem, where the world becomes real. I've lost 3 supplies, damn. You're returning to port. We now have the mark of the east. I've lost 3 fuel, damn. Oh. Irem. Where am I in this map? None have ever spoken truthfully of this place. Listen to your dreams. I could sleep deeply. High risk challenge. Let's listen to the dreams. A dream of spires. Mirror-faceted pillars rise around you like trees in a forest. More so because each glows with a shifting green light. The Z laps at the base of the pillars. A voice from above cries out in 7 languages, and you understand each of them. Once this was the face of Irem. It will be taken from us. I've gained 1 memory, gained 1 terror. Irem, the pillared city. She will rise from the sea and the ice like dawn. She will be gnarlanded with red and decked with gold. The 7th serpent will watch you longingly from its high pedestal. You will always arrive as a stranger, but when you leave, some part of you will always remain. Let's get a court report. A conundrum. When you sit down to write the report, you will recall that it was written already. Who wrote it? The reports record that it was already written when it was found. Who found it? The report describes another report, which will indicate the name of the finder. Where is the other report? There's a footnote which describes when you will record its location. When will that be? When all is well, and all manner of things is well. Any shops here? There are. Oh, they sell stuff for secrets here, huh? Well, most importantly, I need to buy fuel and supplies. Strange catch. Might be some sort of fish. Best not to look closely. Usable in combat. Lures a submerged Z-beast to their service. Oh, okay. Okay. Now I can start looking at other things. Dread surmise. Tale of Terror, I can buy them here. And I buy and sell them. Memories, visions of the service. Okay, so they trade in all these things here. Extraordinary implication. How can such a thing be? They buy sell secrets while they're expensive. I can't sell them for anything. Oh, this is for Station 3, huh? Well, I'm going to pass by Station 3. So let me buy that. Alright. Let's look at the map. Wow, I'm way over here. Alright. Guess I sail south. The Gant Pole is some distance to the southeast. Scatchable pork. Chelonite. Waves lap the slabby sides of this vast turtle shell, bigger than any cathedral. Chelonites loaf on wooden docks around the shell side, staring sullenly. Lamps hang like decorations in festive butcher window. All around you, the seas rank with scraps of ancient flesh. Wow, that's probably good. Report. The limits of meaningful expression. No matter what details you try to record, the stench creeps in around the edges of these sentences. The Chelonites watch despite the reek. Movement among the miasmic scraps of long-abandoned monster carcass. Frequent duels where the stink is thickest. Tales for the bone. Someone is crying unusual wares. Follow the sound. Bring him a tale. Pay the chronicler to inscribe a Z-story to a hunting trophy, and you'll receive an outlandish artifact. Well, I don't have a hunting trophy anymore. Oh well. Any shops? Yeah. They don't sell fuel supplies, but Khan's Shadow is a long way to the southwest. Well, where there's Khan's Shadow, I'm hoping nearby is Khan's Heart, so I might finally find this place. So maybe it's somewhere around here. Oh, that would be good. I need to get there, do my thing, and then get back to London. Save all this progress I've made. Such a town. Khan's Heart is a long way to the west. Perfect. So we'll go to Khan's Shadow and then go to Khan's Heart. Now, where's the port? I'm going to guess it's around the southern end, but who knows? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Didn't really matter which way I went around. It's pretty much the same distance. Alright, I made it. I mean, I'm not safe yet. I gotta get back to London, but I finally found the place I was looking for. It's probably just west of here. Long ago, the Khanate turned its back on its warrior traditions. It has no place for pirates and would-be nomads, so here, in the shadow, the exiles make their home, amid 100 wrecked, grounded, decommissioned ships. Alright, all I can do is compile a port report. So many malcontents, so little time. Closely written notes. Conniving, debauching, speechifying, drinking, singing, speeching, poeting. Now and then a drunken duel. Very occasionally a savage ritual murder. Crate of human souls. Ah, fuel is cheap here, and our supplies. Very nice. Let's buy a crate of human souls. Why not? That sounds interesting. Alright. Khan's Heart should be... Is that it right there? Where's the port? Is that it right there? I gotta go around, I guess. And then I will have a long voyage back to London. So Khan's Heart is almost directly east of London, slightly northeast. I'm going to have a lot of port reports and stuff, assuming I make it back to London, that is. Wow, it's not easy to get to this dock. I'm assuming... Can I go under this bridge? This looks like a bridge. I should be able to sail under that. Oh, there's another dock there. I think this is Khan's Heart. Alright, let's go here. I want to see if I can go under this bridge. It'll go slow, though, in case I do smash into this. Yeah, this is Khan's Heart. Yeah, I can't sail under that. Good. Oh, I could have gone in this way. Khan's Heart, London's rival. An oasis of light in the salt, black wastes. Canals thread the painted city, street lamps glow and water taxis putter. Purchase fuel at an outrageous price. Purchase supplies at a ludicrous pace. Storyteller, gather report. Wow, that's a tough challenge. Establish a spy. First things first. I need to get the Cheery Man's cargo. That does cost 1,000 echo, so good thing I held on to this. You meet a blue priest in a tiny little shop by the moon canal. Fizzing electric light shadow shows the weary lines in the face. You have the money, he asks. Oh, you stupid imperial coin. Your stupid imperial coins. No, give it here. It'll do. It's what was agreed. Take this. Go. You never saw me. Return to the blind bruiser in London. Don't lose your cargo. Seek a commercial license. Not here, surfacer. Surfacer? But the Kajanians have been generations underground, and to them, all Londoners are surfacers. It seems you'll need to go to Khan's Glory, the nearby palaces of nobility, to seek a license. Wander. Lost light. The canals of the heart are lit by incandescent filament lamps in bulbs of glass in multitude of colors. Ruby, sapphire, topaz, emerald by turns. There's nothing else like it in the Neve or on the surface. You spend a happy quarter hour strolling the alleyways of the Copper Quarter until an irritable workman sees you eyeing the bulbs and accuses you of plotting their theft. Lost 2 terror. Good. Pay a storyteller. Lost 5 echo. I don't have a lot, but what the heck. The storytellers in the Square of Cedars wear brightly colored caftan-like clothing with silk sashes, in contrast to the more sober and subterranean dress of the citizenry. For coin, even foreign coin, they'll sing epics of the nation's history. The fall of Karakoram. The last great Khan of the surface was corrupt and foolish and cowardly. How fortunate we are that the leopard clan overthrew his line. Long may the leopard endure. He sold the Khanate's capital to the masters of the bazaar to satisfy his greed and escape battle. So Karakoram fell. So it came below the earth, to the long night of the Neve. 700 years ago, Karakoram stood where London now stands. You feel eyes on you. A woman in white and gold uniform watches you closely. The loyalty service is suspicious of foreigners who want to learn Kaganian history. I'm sure I'm butchering that. Lost 5 echoes. I've gained a vision of the surface. And now I have 2. The white gods are watching you. So they're suspicious of me. I'm going to have to be here a lot longer before they... so all these are very hard. These will probably be easier once they know me better. So you know what? I'm going to leave that. Should Shipyard. Alright, that's good enough for now. Let's go to the place right across here. And then it's off to London. Khan's Glory. Here are the palaces of the Khan and his court, each a fortress to itself. Sleek lords and ladies in belted robes breakfast on balconies. An unlikely antelope peeks at you from the park. Guns rotate easily on motorized gimbals. 5 sack of dog drop coffee pods, okay. And leopards, condensation. Can't offer any of these gifts. Cruise past the clan palaces. Khan's Glory has a steely beauty, but the clan lords are ever suspicious of spies, and those gun emplacements are vigilant. And turn back. A K-9 gunboat passes the harbor mouth twice. An officer in red and gold uniform scrutinizes you through a spyglass. Let's save it for another time. Alright. So, nothing to do here. Good thing I have enough supplies that should make it back to London, because I'm definitely low on money. Alright, so go straight east, maybe southeast a little bit. I know there are a lot of pirates around here. Encounter whatever there is along the way. I'd like to hit up Station 3, but that's actually that's on the way. Alright. Yeah, I do need to go southeast. I mean southwest. Hopefully I have enough fuel. There's another maelstrom. Think Nodal Vortex. Horrors below. Sailors at the rail coughs softly, something swift beneath the ship. I saw it looking at us, one says, his voice a tremble. I don't think I'm going to try to catch it. Let's just look away. A shudder in the hole. Whatever's down there, it's better not to know. Don't forget soon enough. I lost the terror. Good, good. Oh, there's a port and dock. Don't know what it is, but let's go there. McMaster's Haven. Nuncio. Taciturn functionaries walk the docks in the uniforms of postmen. An enormous crowned statue casts a chilling shadow. The shadows gleam with rats' eyes. Their ceaseless chittering rolls like the tide. Alright, let's assemble a port report. You may not be very familiar with the locals yet, but you can provide a preliminary overview. Surface details. There's the statue in the middle of the island. That's hard to miss. There's the way everyone wears a uniform and the way they call each other by their ranks in the postal service. That's the way port authorities refer to regulations. There's the jargon, the curious habit of referring to a used up thing as cancelled, as though the whole world were made of stamps. You're right about vestigial bureaucracy and about trappings of order retained far from home. Alright, let's go to the tavern. Warmer inside than it looks. Faces turn in your direction, but no one seems surprised to have a new arrival on the island. You can listen on postal tall tales, ask why the local currency consists of rats, ask about the big statue in the center of the island, ask how they all occupy themselves on a day. Yeah, I want to know about this currency of rats. 2 strings of rats for a pint of ale, 3 strings for wine, 5 for a tolerable brandy under the bar. Scarcity is not an issue. The hairless postwoman at the end of the bar smiles mirthlessly, or maybe it's just a lack of eyebrows that doesn't. Long enough carrying the things around, you get into the habit, she says. Then she tells you if you stay out late enough, you'll see some of the postmen making a procession to the center of the island, stringing up rats around the statue like Yuletide decoration, in prayer to an ancient deity of this place. From the coughing and choking elsewhere in the pub, you'd guess this is a story they tell often to newcomers. Alright, let's listen in some tall tales. Fishermen brag about fish that got away. Postmen brag about hard deliveries. Amazing what you get for a penny stamp. Delicate bottles lowered down chimneys on a rope and do not fold under any circumstance. Letters curl through a narrow slot. Rattling, groaning crates brought back to the same address every day for 22 days running. The windows they pried open, the servants they bribed, the delivery surcharges they paid out of their own salaries just to get rid of one more packet. It's hard to tell which they hate more, the senders or the mail or the recipients. Stands to reason if the message was a welcome one, they'd tell the other fellow in person, reflects the hairless postwoman. Ask why the hairless postwoman is hairless. Faux pas. No, she says. Curt, not pleased you ask. Still had eyebrows when I came to Nuncio. The postman at the next bench diverts you, speaking in a low voice. Lots of people find habits when they can't deliver their post anymore. This one has a plucking habit. Best learn not to notice. You glance up, the hairless postwoman is still glaring at you. Well, I've lost a thing of friendship. That was not good. Ask about the big statue in the center of the island. Oh, that. It's all of us, isn't it? Sort of the spirit of the island. Most of them don't seem troubled for more an explanation than that, though the hairless postman tells you it didn't always look like a fallen London postman at all, that it used to have a different face and a more old-fashioned outfit. Ask how they all occupy themselves all day. Big building, center of town, hard to miss. You can work there too if you want. It's not clear whether this is a generous offer or a threat. Invited to serve. Ask to borrow a uniform. Okay. If you're there to fit in, you'll need one. Look, but do not touch. They're polite, even apologetic about your request. You're welcome here and welcome to take your shifts at the dead letter office, but you cannot wear the uniform unless you are a postal employee back in fallen London. Regulations. Blunt Thomas lets you have a look at his uniform jacket at least. Neat stitching, gilded buttons, a thin but dignified circle of braid at the collar. Inside, a patch that goes over the heart stitched with 6 red letters. You can't read it, but it makes your eyes itch and your scalp feel like burning. Alright, I'm accepted by the locals now. Try a shift at the dead letter office. Yeah, why not? Extensive tour. Blunt Thomas takes you around the office, a small collection room where those riveting letters may state their business. A much larger set of back offices where newly arrived letters and parcels are collated and sorted. Collected and sorted. A dank, briny smell that never goes away, presumably because so many of the parcels spend time in the water before they arrive here. In the back room was a machine ratted, by a postal rat. A rat is favorite and pinstriped hat. It shovels sludge-damp letters into the machine hopper, and they come out dried, clean, pressed, and sorted into slots by size and quality of paper. One has various possible occupations here. None could be described as fast-paced. Could offer employment to a postal rat's niece. I could accept responsibility for an envelope of heavy cream paper. Converse with the postal rat. Let's do that. Oh no, that wouldn't be permitted at all. There are strict rules about the initial handling and sorting of post. An experimental machine might mangle the letters. It's only the dead material that's important to be entrusted to the rat's favor. His voice isn't bitter, but he twists a coil so hard it springs sideways out of the machine and pings you on your shoe. Nice and trusted now. I can ask for a key to the basement, sure. No trouble at all. He's surprised by the request. Most postmen don't like it down there. No one ever asks for a key, but he'll cut you a new one. Just be careful in there, and you'll come out if you start to feel wrong. Nice. Alright, let's go there. Deeper and deeper. He had expected a few shelves of supplies. More flies of letters. No, it's a pit, so deep that the lantern line does not show the bottom. Spiral walkway descends along its wall. That spiral opens wider as it goes, as if you were looking through the narrow end of a very large shell. Lining the walls are shelves and nooks, unevenly sized. Some are a few inches square and contain single scrolls of papyrus. Others support crates bigger than coffins. They're made of woody fungus, grown to meet requirements. There are no marks of carpentry on any of the postal rat's handiwork. 3 turns down the spiral and you feel you can't breathe. Time to leave. You can come back later. Maybe. Gain 5 terror. Not good. Explorer of lower basements. A basement custodian. Tell the postal rat about the basement findings. Trouble, but not surprised. They say that's been there since before we came. Before there were Londoners underneath. Before there was a dead letter office. There was someone else, and that they built the last layer on top of what was there before, and so on. When you press him a little further, he says, I've been down there. Didn't like it much, but I wanted to test my machine. Thought it could handle some of the very old dead letters. That would be a good sign, you know. Evidence the machine was in working order. Good strong sorting categories and so on. He pauses. There's letters down there that set your hair on fire if you so much as look at them. See the bald patch on my left leg? That wasn't a machine accident. Oh no. That singed right off as soon as I put my nose into one of them letters. Gained a tale of terror. I have an extraordinary implication. I'm familiar with the flaming letters. Cultivating friendship with postmen hasn't changed because it's higher than 5. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going into that basement for now again. My terror is already high enough. Offer employment to a postal rat's niece? He asks it as a favor, and she sounds well trained and eager. Strongest possible recommendation. The postal rat is very grateful, and says so at length in a variety of reasons. Only so much work to go around the nuncio. She keeps asking to assist me here, but as you can see, a gesture at heaps of loose gears and unhooked chains, I hardly require any assistance, and my research is at so delicate a stage. But she's an excellent worker, very bright, like her mother. So I have an assistant. No, she's not an officer. Let's end the shift. Explore along the beach. It's a long stretch of shale dotted with washed up kegs and barrels and smaller flotsam. The rocks slip and slither underfoot, but you keep your balance. You can collect material for dead letter office. You can take surroundings. Alright. That's where all the flotsam belongs, so it can be sorted. You make your way along the shore with a big sack. Many of the envelopes are too damp to read. Their address is permanently lost, but a surprising number are still legible. There are also parcels. Here and there is a crate, a message in a wine bottle, a sealed cask that has bobbed up on the shipwreck. Your sack ought to be heavy with all the contents, but it pulls upwards and away, straining inland toward the dead letter office like an unmanageable dog. Big surroundings. That below, striking the ground causes the stones to shift and rattle. It's hard at first to hear anything more than that, but if you try long enough and strike hard enough, the whole beach shivers like the surface of a drum. The flotsam letters quiver and align themselves in concentric circles around the point of impact. The next wave brings ashore 3 or 4 times the usual freight. Alright, back to the docks. Can I give him the, feed your undeliverable letters into the sorting machine? 52 categories. After prolonged whirring, the machine begins to distribute. 7 invitations edged in a glit into the correspondence of the aristocracy slot. 2 oversized parcels containing books into the books tray. 1 stamped bronze tablet that drops with a clang into a bin marked First City. The postal rat watches all this with an air of satisfaction. I've lost the dead post. Alright, let's end my shift. I think it's time to leave this place. I don't really need to buy. Well, 6 fuel should be enough. I still have a ways to go to get London, but I'm at least getting into territory that is known to me. Wow, my terror is super duper high. Oh, this is the area with that crab. I'll probably stop at Abbey Rock, that's station 3, and then go to London. Moody's Light. Is that a pirate? Sure is. I need to stay away from that guy. around the sisterhood. Oh, you repairs 10 damage instantly. Very nice. Black spit of an island. Far from anywhere. Let me go. Any echoes for supplies? No thanks, I have plenty of supplies. Compile a report. Let's knock at the gates. Right there. Watch the content. Strange catch. Convent is silent. A few lights prick its bulk. Bells sound times of prayer. You're almost ready to give up when a side door opens. 4 nuns march out carrying something wrapped in a blanket and fling it into the sea. You creep down to examine it. It was likely unidentifiable even before the nuns used it for weapons practice. Now it leaks fluid from the dozen puncture wounds, but it still smells of disease. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Onward to Station 3. Just a short hop, skip, and a jump away. And from there, I'm almost in London. Deliver a long box. The only way past the walls is an unimposing but sturdy looking triple lock gate. Silvery metal. Sign beside it reads deliveries. Good thing I bought one of these. There are no stavadors, however, and no wagons waiting to help with the heavy cargo. There's only a sign which reads deliveries and a painted hand which points insolently up a rock-cut staircase. There's cargo in the hold marked for this destination. A long, low, heavy box. It'll be fun getting up the stairs, no doubt. Up a twisting staircase. There's a great deal of grumbling from the crew. The stairs are sharp-edged and wet. The box is heavy and its contents inclined to shift. After a few slips and a bad bruise on the shin, you resort to placing crew members along the stairs and handing the box along. There's a warehouse at the top of the stairs, and it's not apparently your destination. Another sign points along the narrow path towards the building with the spire. Deliveries, it says. More aggressively this time. Someone in the spired building is singing. The song sets your teeth on edge. Alright, let's send ahead. Telling as it is, the closer you get, the less the building with the spire looks like a church. The walls are soot blackened and made of brick. There are no windows, only narrow vents up near the roof. From there comes a low and cheerful singing. At last you're close enough to bang on the door. An austere acolyte answers it. She is dressed in black from head to foot. Her gloves are thick leather and her goggles are double glass. She continues singing right up to the moment where she acknowledges you. Leave the boxes. She stops, pushing the goggles away from her eyes. She has noticed, perhaps for the first time, that there are no boxes. Deliveries come all the way up here, she says before singing. You indicate that your crew is unaccustomed to that sort of work. She looks as exasperated as a person who can while continuing to sing about rabbit's feet and edible emeralds. But at last she says she'll see to it, if you can lead her servants to a correct landing. Follow because you haven't been paid. Follow because you're curious. Follow because the singing has gotten to your bones. I'm following because I haven't been paid. These folks seem disorganized. Who'll say they'll remember to bring your payment? The etiquette of bill collecting. You follow the procession at a polite distance, but not so polite as to suggest that he'd be willing to go away. The austere acolyte directs the arrangement of the long box in the room under the steeple. There are many other boxes there already stacked in rows, 3 or 4 times as many as you have brought in. In another corner of the room is a pile of wood from previous boxes already emptied and dismantled. Singing to herself about a mountain upholstered in velvet, she takes the crowbar to the box. The corpse inside is permanently dead, in a way that the dead of London often are not. Not a drowning, not a tomb colonist, but a not coming back either. Looks pale and ordinary, except for the slight distension of the skin over the breastbone. Gently the acolyte presses there and nods, singing about tulips embodied with yellow and floss. She lifts the body onto the marble slab. Without pause in her lair, she prepares a scalpel. Your presence does not seem to bother her. Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Probably gonna gain terror. You've never heard of this practice before. Metal in metal. The austere acolyte extracts deftly and with very little blood a heart-sized sphere of silver-gray metal with a giant nutcracker. She cracks the sphere and another sphere inside that, and another. Finally, in the center, she comes to something heavy, small and black. She lifts it out with her tongues and looks at it through her goggles. The song falters, but she manages to keep humming, though the words are lost. She puts the black and heavy thing into a jar marked with a word of the correspondence. She closes the jar and seals it with red wax. Finally, when the corpse is removed again and the marble slab wiped clean, she comes to you. Thank you, she says. Return another day. I may have something else for you. Alright. Gain 2 times station 3, earning the acolyte's favor. Lost the long box. Gain the secret. Return later. Back to the dock. Down the steep stairs, the song of the acolytes fades behind you, but you still find yourself humming their odd melodies. Perhaps there'll be more to do here another time. Okay. Alright, so from here, maybe hit up Hunter's Keep or Mutton Island. Yeah, I'll go to Mutton Island. And then London. Wolf's Rift. Ooh, crap. Oh, I missed it. That sucks. That old fury. The sailor has run mad. She roams the ship, cudgel in hand, smashing comrades to the deck. She cries, "He's angry." Oh, he is angry. Shoot her dead, try to talk her down, or capture her alive. Oh, these are all high risk, so she's just getting shot. Bitter end. Your sailor's weapons roar, and down she goes. You recite a hasty funeral to the poor soul and her wretched victim. Who will be next? You've lost one time. The gods of the Z storms attention. Lost 2 crew. Succeeded in an iron challenge. Do I eat or do I dissect? I'm gonna dissect. I get really low on fuel, but I'm right next to London. Should make it. Oh. Baker's Haven. Store ashore. Bet an echo on one of the simpler riddles. One of the fishermen is bursting to try it. Cat's shadow. The fisherman grumbles what pays up. Gained 1 echo, gained 10 fragments. Okay. Get a port report. Yes. I don't really have much money, so I shouldn't do anything else here. I could buy fuel. You know what? I better, just to make sure. Another one of these guys, huh? Let's get short. Alright, now straight to London. My terror is gone down a bit. Another one. My ship is pretty beat up, but I can fix it up. Hopefully I don't get searched by the authorities before I can deliver my cargo. That would suck. Especially since I don't really have money to pay them off. Have I ever been at that lightship? I've been at that lightship. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with this next time. Maybe I can talk my way out of this. But we'll tackle that in the next episode.